Hi guys, welcome back. So we've just seen the match between Sunrisers and Delhi. Sunrisers have come out on top. A lot of interesting points to talk about. Let's first start with the team selections. Nimit, what are your views on Sunrisers
Oh,
change?
I think perfect. They needed someone in the middle order to like finish off the innings and mainly carry the innings if there are wickets. And Abdul Samad, the 18-year-old guy, who many experts predicted to start the tournament but like missed the first two games. And happy to see him back. Yes, he looked a little bit rusty, but the six he hit to Nokia was like very impressive. So I think he will carry on. And I think he should have like been given at least an over because like big grounds leg spinner and Abhishek Sharma was bowling well today, but if he's not bowling well, he can always be the sixth bowling option in the team. So I think the team selection was pretty good. And Bhuvi and Rashid, like they bowled like senior bowlers today, like leaving the previous two matches apart. They're like back on track. And the big grounds always, and the pitch was like favoring Rashid Khan, of course. So perfect team selection today. And I think that is where they won the match.
What was the first thing?
I didn't expect them to drop Nabi after one match. I thought they gave him a chance in the previous game over Kane Williamson, so they'll continue with him. But no, they brought in Kane Williamson. We saw how that brought more stability in the middle order. So
And
it worked well
it's
in this
not
game.
only about stability, it's about Warner and Bairstow being like they could play freely because of that, because they knew that Williamson is there behind. And little disappointed with Manish Pandey, but I hope they don't drop him like the last season, because they have a lot of like number three players like Priyam Garg and all. Who Priyam Garg, I think only like he got a chance in the first match to bat. Rest both the matches he hasn't got a chance to bat.
Yeah.
So I hope they don't drop Manish Pandey and promote Priyam Garg to number three, because last season they did something like that. At the start, Manish Pandey failed for the first two games and he was dropped, and then he came back and like he was on fire with 650 or something in a row. So yeah, that's it for team selection. I think they will stick to this team. Khalil Ahmed is a very good pick because I feel he goes for runs, but he gives you wickets. Even today, two catches were dropped in his bowling, one in the last over, and I think another one. Even last season, 8 matches, 11 wickets or something. So this shouldn't drop him, because you need that one wicket taker who goes for runs. Because sometimes teams tend to defend Bhuvi and they don't give him the wicket, and then they attack the other one. So Khalil Ahmed is that person who might go for runs but gives you the wicket. So I think perfect team selection for Hyderabad. And Delhi, like it's perfect. No need to change. Good thing Ishant Sharma is back, and the 11th player is also settled in the team now. I think this is their best team. Only Ashwin comes in for Akshar or Mishra, depending on the form and the conditions.
Let's move on to the first.
Kagiso,
I feel the batsmen of Sunrisers, Bairstow and Warner, they got in. They could not finish, but they gave a solid foundation. I feel in the context of the game, it was a solid foundation. Manish got out cheaply, but it was okay. But Kane Williamson, the touch he was in, absolutely brilliant. Like he came in, walked in, third, fourth ball, he was hitting the ball in the middle. It didn't feel like he was not playing cricket for 5 months, and absolutely.
Vintage Kane Williams. Like,
even Bairstow played a slow knock. The reason it was a slow pitch, and Bairstow
yeah,
and
they
Warner
played.
were focused on giving a solid foundation.
Yes,
They didn't lose a
yes.
wicket. That
Because
really
because they were playing that finisher today. Like I think Abdul Samad, if given 1 or 2 overs more, could have been a better player. Today we saw that one edge go for 4 and that
that's
beautiful
sick.
six.
Off of 145.5 kilometers per hour ball.
Yeah.
So wonderful.
He's definitely a player to watch out for Sunrisers.
Also, Kagiso Rabada being the reliable bowler he is, 4 overs, 21 runs, 2 wickets.
I think it's just ninth or the 10th consecutive game where he's taken 2 wickets or more. So that's a very good record in T20, and like best. I think he's one of the best bowlers of the tournament. And even last year and even this year, the way he's bowling Yorkers, I think perfect. Very good. Delhi's bowling was perfect. Just that Mishra got that two wickets, but he was costly in his first 2 overs.
Yeah,
So
best
that
target.
yeah. And I think
The Delhi bowling coach, I wouldn't be very disappointed with my performance of the bowling unit.
it was a 160 wicket and they made like 160. So
Now let's go to the chase. What do you think? How did they start off, Akshat? What do you think of Delhi's
The chase could have been better. We know Prithvi Shaw's a natural game is to attack on the offside. He just did this. Unfortunate for him, he got out. But I think the captain had to play a more mature knock. The first ball which we saw from Rashid Khan, that was an absolute stunner. The leg spin on that. And then the second ball, he tries to attack a spinner like Rashid. That
But
didn't
I
sit well
think
because he did play 20 balls.
more than the captain, it was Shikhar Dhawan's game today, because he was only sweeping Rashid Khan. He was not using any other shots. And Rashid Khan trapped him in the same way. I think it was Shikhar Dhawan's game today because, again, tricky pitch, you needed someone to bat till the end. Shikhar Dhawan did it the entire previous season. And I think today was his game. Like, he didn't need to do anything else. He was getting that odd boundary, just keep rotating the strike, and he had to bat till the end because he knew that he has players to support him, but he doesn't have anyone experienced to like carry on the chase. So I feel it was Shikhar Dhawan's game and he should have done a little better. Of course, Shreyas Iyer played a bad shot on the second ball itself. But yeah, I think it was more than Shreyas Iyer, it was Shikhar Dhawan's game today to carry on and make Delhi win.
Yeah. I'll give credit to David Warner as well. Bowled Rashid. Rashid was bowling brilliantly. And then from the other end, Abhishek Sharma came and he stuck in 4 overs of him. I think until excluding his last 2 balls, he was bowling brilliantly, and that was actually very good. Otherwise, if you would attack your fifth bowler, because they knew they were playing a bowler shot, then probably Kane Williamson or someone else,
Abdul Samad.
Abdul Samad would have come to bowl. So that
Abdul Samad was the sixth option. I thought he would play like he would give two overs to Abdul Samad and 2 overs to Abhishek Sharma. But the way Abhishek Sharma was bowling, he deserved all 4 overs, wicket to wicket, just like how Washington Sundar bowled last night. Exactly like that.
was actually brilliant bowling. And then also credit to the seamers, they were executing the Yorkers so well. Out of 6,
I think the way Natarajan is bowled, beautiful. I think he at least gave in 10 to 15 Yorkers out of the 24 balls he bowled. So yeah, Punjab last season, even
Khalil Ahmed.
Yes. Khalil is again a wicket taker, and he has to be in the team. They can't just drop him for Sandeep Sharma, who gets that odd wicket. Khalil gives you wickets every game. So yeah, and I think Natarajan is a very, very good pick. And the way Bhuvi was mentoring him the entire game, that was commendable.
Yeah, so that.
Okay, this is again we see Sunrisers, they are bowling, which has been very famous.
Yes.
See them coming.
The old Sunrisers is back, make small totals, field well and bowl well, and yes. Of course, they have that one. They are missing that one Mustafizur Rahman type bowler who would choke from one end, and Bhuvi would take wickets from the other end. But yes,
yeah, Siddharth was in the reserves.
Also, so
who's effective in the 2018 season.
Yes, but I think Natarajan is fitting that place very well, and he's taking that how Mustafizur used to bowl those slow balls, Yorkers, everything. And I think Natarajan is that Yorker specialist and superb execution, and he deserved that last ball wicket which he took off Stoinis. So yeah, very good game for Sunrisers. And I think Hetmeyer is not a second innings player. That is my personal opinion, because I've never seen him play under pressure and make his team win. Whenever he has scored, the last game for RCB which he played, I think that was the only game. Yes, agree. But Rishabh Pant, first 6 or in 3 matches, not that bad. But I have mixed views about Rishabh Pant, because there was a time where he had to just knock the ball around and take the singles, and he did it. But I think he could have just seen off that Rashid Khan over and gone for the next 3, because of course Bhuvi and all the 3 bowlers were tough to hit, but of course there are better chances, because fast bowlers, you get a little pace on the ball, you can hit it, and spinner, big ground, and he's bowling well. So he could have seen those 3 or 4 balls off. That was Rashid's last over, and then Delhi could have been in a better place.
I think Delhi targeted the wrong bowlers. Rishabh Pant knew that Shreyas Iyer, Shikhar Dhawan have been out to Rashid. There are going to be 2 overs of Natarajan and Khalil Ahmed. Probably just see off Rashid by taking the singles, but he looked for a shot.
Exactly. When they went to play the shot, they scored 13 or 14 of the 4 overs what Rashid bowled. So
yeah, 14.
14. So that's not good in a 160 chase, because Bhuvi is also bowling well today. Natarajan is bowling good Yorkers. So just knock the ball around, take singles of Rashid. And Rashid was in the. I think this was one of the best spells, if not the best. He has the best 3 batsmen of the opposite team. He has got their wicket. That is Pant, Shreyas Iyer and Shikhar Dhawan. So they could have just played him better and knocked the ball around and got those singles and doubles. Big ground, spinner, take the doubles and just rotate the strike.
Yeah. I think there are positives for both sides. Both sides need to look at a few things. It was not that exciting a match as the previous 2 we've seen, but it was good bowling.
Yeah, it was a low game, because the previous entire week has been 2 super overs and everything. So it was but yeah, good T20 game. If Stoinis would have got that 1-2 sixes which he gets usually for Australia, I think it would have been a very close game, because Rawala can also hit the ball. I think Rawala is going to be the next Ben Stokes. Just kidding. Because he's doing everything. He's fielding well. And the good thing about Sunrisers was they didn't drop those important catches today. The entire previous week, all the other teams have done. All the other teams. Only Manish dropped that one catch at the end in the second last over, or I don't remember, on the second last over or the last over.
He almost dropped one, Manish.
Almost dropped it.
Yeah. He got it in the second attempt, but the one which he dropped in the last over of Khalid's bowling was a sitter as well. But that didn't matter at that point of time. But they took the important catches. Even Abdul Samad, the running catch of Shreyas Iyer, was pretty good on debut. So yeah, they fielded really well. David Warner was back on the field with the energy, diving here and there, and mainly speaking, captaining the side better today, rotating his bowlers better today. And I think the team is highly dependent on Rashid, which was very evident. Even today, if Rashid didn't get those wickets, the result would have been much closer than it showed. So yeah, but the team at least looks balanced now, and
the batting looks stronger.
Yes.
Start of the game, nobody gave their batting a chance compared to DC's batting.
Correct. So I think this is a good time to end the session. Thank you, Nimit, for coming. We hope to see you again sometime in the future.
Done.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nimit.